Hey there, Josiah here. Before we get into the podcast, just wanted to quickly mention that my microphone was having some issues during this episode, and so I'm kind of cutting in and out. Super annoying, but I think it's good enough that you can still kind of understand what I'm saying. Also, at the very end of the podcast, we started listening to Dancing Queen by ABBA, but I decided to just kind of cut the music out because I didn't want to get in trouble with copyright. So, yeah. It's just kind of us singing Dancing Queen without any music. So I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into episode 2 of the Unusable podcast.
All right. So tonight on the Unusable podcast, Seth talks about his dealings with black magic. I'm going to tell you the best use for your cargo short pockets. And Josiah is here to make sure we don't go off the rails.
Well, will you join us in prayer over the Taco Bell Cinnabon?
We get the Taco Bell Cinnabons, and I will bless them and this podcast.
Taco Bell sponsor us.
Please. Father, please sponsor us.
I'm praying. Shh. Everybody, shh. Thank you, Father, for this podcast. May you bless our conversation and make it funny. And bless these Cinnabons as we consume them. I pray that they will not give us too much diabetes. Amen.
Well, they're definitely lukewarm now because
pass them around.
They are like an hour old.
Yeah, they're like an hour old. They're probably still good, but they're not fresh. So I'm gonna quickly mention how the second episode, this is it. But it is not our first rendition. This is take two.
The only time we've ever done the second episode. I promise you.
It's the only time it's been okay, never mind. We're not gonna go there.
It was bad. We had to scrap it. It was so bad.
Like usually our content's bad, but that was like that was really bad.
It was so bad. So, I cried for days on end.
The entire podcast, our entire podcast is unusable. There's some parts that you have to cut out because it's just unusable. The entire episode was unusable. We could not use the whole freaking episode.
It's definitely the definition of cringe, but that's about it.
Yeah. Now we do have to come clean, Gabe. We have lied to Seth.
What?
We've lied to Seth?
We have, in fact, gaslit Seth.
Oh yeah, we did.
What?
That was 2 weeks ago.
Okay, yeah, this is 2 weeks. I was planning on saying it on the second episode, but then I realized that the second episode was not going to be aired. So
wait, did I not actually say crazy things?
Yes, you never said the crazy things that you thought you said.
I knew it. Look, Pastor Josh out there. I don't think I told you about it, but I told Josiah. Superior Josiah. I told Superior Josiah about this. They convinced me that I had said horrible things on the podcast. I had to cut out like a 10-minute block because I just went talking nonsense, and they had me convinced that I had said these things. Because it's common for me to go just start saying things and I just forget about it later, and they just used it against me. But I was telling Superior Josiah, I was like, which we gotta have on this podcast soon.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I was like, bro, I don't know what's wrong with me. I need some help, I guess.
Can you turn off the fan, Seth?
Oh yeah, I sure can.
You just kicked it and the little safety thing turned it off. Good job, Seth.
I didn't want to move the mic and have to bend over.
I'm pretty sure children work the same way. You kick them and they just stop.
Works for me.
Gabe, no.
Don't kick children.
Do not kick children.
Kick children often. All right, guys. I really want to tell my story about black magic.
Yes, tell us about your dabblings in black magic. Because in the first episode I mentioned that I thought you were gonna say you dabble in black magic when you said blacksmithing.
Yeah, and then I actually did black magic.
Yeah, so he actually summoned Cthulhu.
I didn't do that actually.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not he doesn't have street cred in spirit world like that.
No, I don't get the spiritual street cred yet. I got summoned a few more Cthulhus before I got that.
All right, so go ahead.
So Mom and Pastor Josh, don't be concerned. I didn't actually do black magic. I just played Dungeons and Dragons.
So Mom is still concerned.
Mom's probably still concerned. So weeks ago, my sister-in-law Janine and her husband Skylar. Shout out to Janine and Skylar, you guys are awesome. And then also Kennan's there too, my brother-in-law. And then there's a bunch of other guys.
No, shout out for him.
Shout out for Kenan. He's gonna get married soon.
Hey, while we're doing shout outs, shout out to Pooter, who is our server at Mellow Mushroom like over a month ago.
Shout out to Pooter.
Pooter from Mellow Mushroom.
Yeah, and Branson. Branson branch of Mellow Mushroom, our server
Go
Pooter.
to Branson, Missouri, and ask for Pooter.
Ask for
That's
Pooter. I
favorite.
want my pizza served by Pooter.
Yep.
Anyway, I was just hanging out with them. I don't remember why we were there. They just invited us to hang out while they were playing D&D. And I was like, man, I want to play. So then Kenan was like, hey, I'll help you make a character. Just download this app and we'll make a character. I was like, yeah, there's an app. It's called something and Beyond, Dungeons and Dragons Beyond, or D&D Beyond, something like that.
I'm looking this up.
It's pretty cool. But anyway, so he helped me make a character. And then I was like, cool, I'll come back next week and I'll join your campaign. I continued to not come back for like a month. But they also they didn't do it for a couple weeks in between there too, so I didn't miss too much. But then last week, I got dinner with my other brother-in-law, Philip, and Katie went and played D&D with them. So she got a character and everything. Well, I think she already had a character. But so she brought back her old character. So then yesterday, we were both there, and we weren't in the campaign yet, but they're getting ready to bring us in. And they were stuck in a maze. All right? So they're going through this maze and doing all kinds of stuff. Oh, by the way, I also broke a chair while I was there. I broke a chair. I shifted in my seat, and the seat just collapsed.
Was it one of those like cheap plastic chairs?
It was a metal chair. It was like aluminium, but it was a kind of metalish chair. And I felt so bad. I was like, oh no. And thankfully they're like, oh, don't worry. They just break. These chairs, they got them real cheap and they just...
Josiah, you have a camera.
Oh, crap.
Those of you who didn't see that, Josiah just like licked his microphone out of boredom, I guess. This story's boring.
No, I went and I fixed Gabe's microphone because it was angled wrong. And then he like kissed his microphone. So I just like slowly licked my microphone.
It was really weird. It's very uncomfortable for me. Anyway, this is the story.
Okay. The chairs just break.
Okay, the chairs just break. So that was fine. Kept playing, and then they were going through this maze, and they met up with this character who was like a Davy Jones looking kind of character. Yeah. So then they get past him, and they find all these pits. And I was like, hey, wouldn't it be hilarious if I was down there? And then the DM, who's Janine, she was like, so you look down the pit, and you see this guy. And it was my character. And she actually did it. She took my suggestion. She was like, okay, whatever. So I was there. And, my first thing I did was I threatened to kill them.
Gabe.
As you do. My character's name was Annihilator. Yeah. So I threatened to kill them, as one does. And then they were like, well, how did you get past the tentacle guy? Because, they had to do this huge big thing where they had to convince him to, let them pass and all that. And I was like, I just pulled down my pants. He's really uncomfortable with nudity. He'll just look away. And they were like, dang. Like, okay.
You know what my D&D character's name is?
What?
Ulysses the Depressed.
We killed a guy named Ulysses.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we fought a lich named Ulysses or something like that. But so we were fighting a lich and a troll, and I killed the troll as my first kill. It was so cool. Do you want to know how I killed it? Well, actually, okay. So first thing I tried to do was I had javelins. So I took my javelins. I tried to jump at the lich and stab it. Completely missed. That didn't go so well. So I was like, screw the lich. I'm just gonna go after this troll. At least I'll kill something. So I'm just like hammering on this troll, and I killed it after a little while. I killed it by cutting off its legs, stabbing it in the head, and then my signature move is after I kill something, I poop on it.
I knew it was gonna be something where your pants were gonna be off.
Yeah, I pooped on the troll, and everyone else was like, "Ew," and I was like, "Yeah, I pooped on the troll."
So you need to like customize your character. He like no longer wears pants. He just wears a kilt. So he has just quick access to like take a dump.
I just pulls down his trousers and
Is my mic on?
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, it's on.
it's on.
It's just quiet. I don't know why your mic is really quiet.
Mine's probably really loud. But yeah, that's my story about black magic. I created a character in D&E. I pooped on a troll. Yeah, it was a fun time. Also I picked up a scimitar that is sentient. It talks to you. And it also makes you go crazy and kill people. And I was like, "Oh, I'll take it." And everyone else was like, "No, don't touch it." I was like, "I touch it." And then
Does it like
the
scream in pain every
No.
time you hit something with it?
no, but when I picked it up, the DM was like, "Oh, so the scimitar speaks to you and says, 'Ooh, finally someone with great power.'" So then I was like, I throw the scimitar away because I hate it when things compliment me.
Gosh.
Like you.
Ew, not a compliment.
I
That's
have
disgusting.
a plan. So the D&D campaign that I'm doing with actually
You're doing black magic
brother,
too?
Yeah, Gabe's brother Eli is our DM, and so I'm gonna this is what I'm gonna do for the next campaign, next session we have. I don't know when it's gonna be, but session we have when we stroll into our next town. We're trying to get all the towns to evacuate. So next time I stroll into a town, I'm gonna tell like one of our team members who's a giant to use one of scream, and then I'm just gonna play Fortunate Son. I'm just gonna tell him to like, because the thing with the power that he has, he can make any noise he wants if he rolls a good enough roll. So I'm just gonna have him play Fortunate Son while I scream at the top of my lungs for them to run.
That sounds pretty good. I like that. That's a good power. Not as good as pooping on trolls when you kill them, though.
So like, does that make does that make you a bard or does it make the other character a bard?
Neither of us are bards. He can just play whatever sound he wants through his
So
like mouth. So if he wanted to, I could just have him go like use his shout ability to just go bruh.
Just giant.
And the thing is with that, it's so loud it causes earthquakes if he rolls a high enough number. So he rolled like a natural 20 on one, and it accidentally like caused houses' roofs to cave in.
oh my gosh.
And the thing is, the sound he was making was he was mimicking the sound of a marching army. So it was just marching army that was so loud that it was breaking buildings.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like, that's
Pretty
sick.
wild.
And he's also like 7 foot, like 7'11" or something.
7-Eleven.
Like so he's like ridiculously tall, and so he just two of our party members are like under 5 foot, and so he'll just pick them up and carry them on his shoulders.
That's beautiful. That's such a
And
kind
I'm
thing
like
to do.
I'm like 6 foot, so I like carry everything. I'm just like a pack mule.
Tech meal, just say nice.
Anyway, we have a fact check from last episode. We
Is this
talked
about
to
Is this about Squidget?
oh no
what's the-
that
well,
was
what's
we
the-
talked about that was take 1. We talked about Squidgets.
Are we gonna even upload that?
No.
So we gotta talk
Are
about
we
it
gonna
again?
mention
I'm
Squidget?
talking about
in the
episode.
future?
I'm talking about episode 1 here. That was funny, but that's in a recording that may or may not be released at any time. For episode 1, we talked about how Seth was named after a racist, and Seth didn't believe us. Talked to Mom, and we were like, "Didn't we have an ancestor that was named Seth who was a horrible racist slave owner?" And oh yeah, but we didn't know about him until after we named you.
Yeah, so I'm in the clear. I was not named after a racist.
I mean, we weren't named after, but like,
I was named. Yes, he was born first, so I was named after he was named. He was named first. That is a true fact.
yes. And he's also in our family, so
It's
like,
awesome in our family.
we're basically the reincarnate version.
That's right. I love to
Racist
enslave
slave.
people. I love
Especially
racism, I love
redheads for
slavery.
some reason.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, you just really don't like the Irish.
This man hates the Irish. That's a fact.
I hate potatoes so much. I hate potatoes.
I did not expect you to roll with that.
I hate potatoes.
No, you don't. You love
Potatoes are
potatoes.
Pop top.
Yep. Yeah, I was about to mention that.
Okay.
Potatoes.
So
Pop-tatos.
pop-tato. I have to explain pop-tatos really quick. So we
I
were
think
playing
Gabe
this.
should explain pop-tatos.
Explain
Okay.
pop-tatos.
See, pop-tatos are the holy fruit of the motherland. If this isn't making any sense to you still, I'm calling potatoes pop-tatos in reference to like Russia's obsession with potatoes and vodka.
Why is it
Okay.
pop-tato?
Because I misspelled it while playing it wasn't Quiplash, it was
It was Talking Points.
Talking Points, yeah.
The
It was a
Jackbox
Jackbox game called Talking Points, and I meant to spell potato, but I accidentally spelled it pop-tato. And from now on, that's my preferred way of spelling it.
It's so much better.
It is so much better. And so they had me doing talking points, like 3 different conversations. We're like, all right, Gabe, you're going to talk about either this lame topic, or you're going to talk about communism and the importance of pop-tatos. And so every time I'd give a speech about like pop-tatos, and like it was just the most beautiful like game I've played in Jackbox in a while. The thing is, when we play that game, I was like going through like a really rough time. So it's like it was like a short amount of time where I was like actually having a good time. Because every other waking second of my life after and before that was just hell on earth for me. It's so bad.
Did Cockroach Jesus improve your life at all?
Yeah, and then
you see, that's not canon.
Seth
heresy.
created this myth, this legend, this falsehood that Mothman or Cockroach Jesus
Cockroach Jesus.
Created pop-tatos from the scorched earth of Russia after they burnt it all to keep Napoleon out.
See, like, it's funny, but it's also just disinformation.
Yeah, it's just wrong.
I think it's fact. Cockroach
Pop-tatos.
Jesus brought pop-tatos to the motherlands. I'm just saying, if you check the facts, man.
Well, on our next episode on Bottom Gear, we're going to Russia to find the truth about pop-tatos.
I got the truth about pop-tatos. Cockroach Jesus.
you myth believing dumb fool.
It's mean.
I was literally gonna call Rasputin Radagast, and that's not even true.
Oh, leader of Russia, Radagast the Brown.
Radagast the Brown and Rasputin, same person. No, but yeah, some would say that Rasputin brought the pop-tato, but that's also heresy. Didn't happen.
Rasputin, Russia's greatest love machine.
Love machine.
So, here's the thing. I actually have a topic about Rasputin. There's no more of that. Remember, Seth, you also said that if you bought some, you wouldn't share it with anyone else.
I'm
Okay, anyways, back to the top.
We're all out of
Back to the topic about Rasputin. So, I wrote a paper in high school about Rasputin. Here's the thing. It was a paper about like how historic people that are looked at as bad, and like writing a paper about them. And so in my paper I was like, you know what, maybe he's not as bad as we think. And like other people were like writing reports on like Judas Iscariot and how like he's evil because he betrayed Jesus. And I have my own like talking point on that, but that could be saved for a later point. And so this entire paper I was writing, I was like, yeah, Rasputin did like bad things and he was like kind of a womanizer, but also, what if he's not as bad as we think? Like, what if he's actually a good guy?
What if
And,
he was
like,
really good
everything-
at checkers?
Like, he could have been, but I was thinking, like, what if he's actually a good person and all this slander against him is, like, just, like,
All lies.
bullcrap? Like, what if he's, like, an actual good person?
Hey, watch the profanity.
I was like, for a minute there, I thought, wait, did I say something?
There's children that watch this. They don't need to know about
Remember, Pastor Josh is listening to us.
Look, I said bull
Okay.
crap. I didn't say the other version.
But speaking of Josh, I have a
Yeah.
question. We have questions for Josh.
Yeah, we got
First
questions for Josh.
First question: is it a sin to trim your toenails on a Wednesday? Second question: why is the boulder nice?
Yeah, why is the boulder nice, Josh? Tell us.
So basically, I don't even know what he was talking about. I'm gonna be honest, Josh. I was kind of dozing off. I'm sorry.
We're paying attention. It was actually a really, really good message. But then
It's
he
a
went
good
off
message.
crazy, started screaming, foaming at the mouth, and going, "That's a nice boulder." So what's up with that, Josh?
Yeah, in the middle of the thing, I don't know why, but he was just like, he quoted Donkey from Shrek and he went, "That's a nice boulder," and pretty much the entire youth was sitting on the back row.
I am not a youth senator.
But you were sitting on that row.
Yes, I was.
I'm young at heart.
And we were all, we couldn't
Laughing.
not be laughing. I couldn't breathe for like 40 seconds.
It was
Gabe, you
funny.
can just cough. It's okay.
No, I'm like burping. It's different.
Oh, please burp into the microphone. It's
No, you know,
content.
see, some people I think get sick when they hear a belch because it reminds them of the sound of someone throwing up. So,
Oh, I can
Don't
help
do
that. Anyone who might be throwing up on the road while they're driving, I'm so sorry, but also, ha.
I am not.
he's not sorry. Seth is not
No,
sorry.
I'm not sorry. Yeah, but Josh, I also have a question for you, Josh. So when are you gonna have me on your podcast? That's my question.
Doesn't he just do like teachings and stuff?
I can teach things.
I mean, like, yeah, but
Teach people to use a chokehold properly. I don't understand what's happening.
Gabe, you're just like, I can teach things, and then Gabe started laughing, and they went,
Okay. All right.
I'm glad he's amused by me just laughing at Seth for like
Yes, you
kind of
weren't
an
even,
offensive
like,
reason.
laughing. You were just like, oh, that's funny, Seth. You can't teach. You can't teach things,
Silly
Seth.
Seth. You can't. You don't know things. You're just a silly Billy. So mean.
You have a question for Josh, Gabe.
Let's see. Josh, what do you think about Pop Tatos? And do you agree with me that Cockroach Jesus is a heresy against Pop Tato?
No.
That's my question.
We need to know your stance on Pop Tatos. Please
Cockroach
send us
Jesus.
either like a Marco Polo or something like that, or yeah, like an email or like just a voice recording.
Or come to us personally.
No, you're not allowed on the podcast, Josh.
No, we look, if we don't let him on the podcast, he'll never let me
Well,
on
the
his
thing is-
podcast.
He would never
The equivalent
Be
exchange rule.
able to show up because this is the only way we can talk to him anyway, is through the podcast. So like he doesn't have time to be on the podcast.
Oh, see, he broke the rule this morning. He was talking to me for like a solid 30 seconds.
Yeah, he was like pushing it, you know.
Yeah.
I also talked to you. Wait, did I talk
This
to
is
him?
weird. We're talking about like Josh, like he doesn't talk to people when I'm pretty sure he spends like half of his week having meetings with people.
Yeah.
I honestly can't remember what I talked to him about this morning.
I think he just talked about my hair because I put it up today.
Yeah, he's calling him a pirate.
Yeah, and like one of the kids, like okay, John, one of your kids was like, "You look like a girl," and I just sitting there like, "What?"
Daniel said that.
Shout out to Daniel.
Daniel is a little king.
Yeah, he is.
But also, John, where were you?
He's sick.
Yeah, he's been sick for like a month.
No, he was. I saw him Monday. He was fine.
No,
Monday.
yeah, he was there, but he was at church and other things for like 2 weeks while he's obviously sick.
Oh,
And he's
yeah,
like,
he
"No,
was
I'm
very
fine,"
sick.
and everyone's like, "No, you're not. You're
And
sick."
he crashed hard this week.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe it.
John, shout out to John. Also, once again, if you sponsor us, we will promote the flat Earth.
How else you can sponsor us?
I don't know.
Pizza.
I know he
pizza.
I know he sells Legos. Is that?
Give us a discount code for Lego. John, can you get us sponsored by Lego? Please?
Yeah,
Dude,
Dude,
we'd
Lego?
totally sell out to Lego. Imagine a
sell out
Lego
so hard.
Seth.
A giant Legos. Here, Lego. I love your sets more than anything. I want a Roman Colosseum. I want the Taj Mahal. I want all the sets. All the Lego Architect sets.
I really want a Lego pirate ship and Lego castle. That's
those
it.
were the best. Remember we were kids and we had those Lego pirate ships?
Yeah,
and
and we'd
remember
like-
your method of executing the Lego figures?
Yes.
The slap of no return.
Slap with no return. We'd toss them in the air a little bit and just slap them with our hand as hard as we can up against the wall so they just shatter into pieces.
Yeah, they
Sometimes
just
we actually
pop
broke
apart.
Yeah, we did break them a few times. Usually
You
they're just
did?
like sometimes
Yeah,
they just
one or
like fall
two.
apart, but like one or two like actually like the hand or something broke.
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember that.
But it had to be done. Justice had to be served. That Lego piece, he committed a crime against the king.
Remember Cyrus was like delivering mail? Were you guys sending like death threats to each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Gabe showed up to Eli's island. Eli was like 6.
Yeah,
He
we
showed
were
up to-
all like very little children
Yeah,
at this point.
I was like 5. Yeah, I probably was just 5. And you pull up
panicked.
with your entire army on your ship.
yeah, I've
Even though
like,
you had your
I've like
own
this
island
small.
and your own like full ship.
Yeah.
You take your entire army, like your entire population, you put it on your ship, you sail to Eli's island, and you wanted to like buy some of his wood or something.
Yeah, I wanted to buy some supplies, and he lost it.
And Eli thought that
Granted,
he was
I
gonna go
was
and
being
raid-
like kind of menacing because I was like doing some kind of like music thing with the mouth, going like
Dun-dun,
dun dun da 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 or whatever. Because like as a child and I was being over dramatic. And here's the thing, I'll do it again. Hear me, Eli? I'll do that again.
But then I took advantage.
I'll show up to your college campus, and I will do the exact same thing.
and then you have to respond, Dad, he's treating me.
Oh gosh, Eli will be pretty upset about this.
Yeah, you gotta cut that. You gotta put in the. We can't say that. You gotta put that in, right over what you just said.
Nah, no, I think he would have been, but I don't think he'd be upset anymore. I think
is
he'll
he
just laugh
gonna
and be
be
like,
okay?
you jerks.
But here's what's funny. Right after you did that to him, I was like, "Hey, Eli, let's have an alliance. I can provide an army. You can provide some supplies. We'll take on Gabe." And then I just stole all his supplies and half of his army.
You're basically the Italian mafia. You're just like, listen, I'll grant you protection if you give me your crap.
Yeah, but it was supposed to be like very mutual. But then I just took all his stuff and
No.
just ditched him. Just took half his army, took everything, ditched him.
Yep.
Yeah. And then and then you and I joined forces and became like the great emperors of the Lego
Yeah.
world.
Our brothers are not
Remember-
happy with us.
You know what you guys did to me? Remember what you did to me? So
We gave
Eli
you like
got
the broken Lego guys.
Probably.
Eli got an island. Cyrus got one boat piece to make like a raft.
Yeah, he did.
You got an entire ship and an army. Ethan got like a small ship and like a decent sized army and like some supplies or something.
A huge ship.
You had a like a 4-piece long ship.
And it was like, I had like 3 decks on it too.
You know what, guys? Here's the thing.
You know what I had? You gave me the bin of scraps
We did. We totally
of
did.
extra Legos, and you were like, just build something, Josiah. And I was like, I don't have like any land. There's no more boat parts, and like you took all of the minifigures. I got like some dwarf legs,
Yeah,
Just a fair
yeah,
one.
he did.
so I just like put like full size bricks on top of dwarf legs. Made like this dwarf leg centipede monstrosity. Because there's like, why did we have so many dwarf legs? There was like 7.
I don't remember any of this.
I vaguely remember it, but yeah. Here's the thing,
like,
guys.
I don't. Maybe I didn't put them on like full size bricks, but there was definitely an abundance of dwarf legs.
We need to go to like Walmart or Target and get some Legos.
No. Lego sponsor us, and we will
Please.
shill for you so hard for the rest of
Yeah.
our lives.
This
So-
will become a Lego podcast.
You don't have to actually pay us. You just have to give us Legos.
We will do a video of us doing a tutorial on building your sets if you just send us a set.
Okay,
Here's the thing. We're clean. You don't have to worry about us swearing or having controversy.
Yeah, I
We're
won't even
good
say
boys.
crap. If I have
Yeah.
to say anything that has to do with
Say
poopy, I'll
patootie.
just say poopy or latootie.
Latootie.
That
A
tootie
thick
patootie.
tootie.
You thick tootie. I like them thick.
Lego won't
I'm
appreciate
saving that. I am saving that as an audio
That's-
bite.
I'm glad that
Hey,
that's
hey.
gonna be.
Gabe's coworker. I'll leave it at the end of the podcast. You can save it from there. There's a sound bite.
Yes.
There's a sound bite.
Alex. No. Yeah. No. That's just no. What's his name?
Sorry, whatever your name is.
No,
but
it's
Gabe
like
doesn't remember.
I'm thinking Alex, but it can't be Alex. No, it's Alex.
Alex.
Yeah, I know it starts with an A. It has to be
Alan.
Alex. It's Alex.
Oh,
I
Alex.
second guessed
Alex.
myself.
Pretty sure
His
it's
name is
Alex.
Alex.
Is Alex?
Alex,
What's
you're
up,
cool.
Alex? Shout out to Alex.
I haven't seen him in like several days. I see him every now and then, and when I do, I'm like, oh hey, and he's like, yeah, we're working. I'm like, yes, we are.
It's like me and my coworker Diego.
Yeah.
It's like, yep, working. Good. I have a story about Gorilla Glue.
Oh.
The Gorilla Glue incident.
But while
Yes.
we're still on the topic of work, I just want to say, Arby's, I will never be sponsored by you. I hate you. I don't like you. That's all.
See, we'll play nice with you as long as you give a formal
won't.
apology to Seth and compensation for treating him like crap.
Yeah,
Maybe a job back
no, dear God,
in
no.
like advertising or something. Yeah, advertising.
No, I don't want any of that. Okay, I would like to.
Okay,
hear
can you
Gorilla.
not destroy my headphone cable?
Oh, I'm wrapping around my finger. I guess that's bad.
That's an expensive headset. That's like a $70 headset.
Sorry.
There's people out there that are like, you're weak. $70 headset. I spend at least $700.
Okay, you know how much Cyrus spent? He spent 90 on his,
Oh my gosh.
but his is like wireless, I think, or something.
See,
Um,
Cyrus has always been like more of a tech nut. He's always liked technology. But I
I prefer
also
peanuts.
I
Yes.
can like cashews.
Oh, cashews are actually better than peanuts. Yeah. What about almonds? What are you guys' opinions on
Almonds
almonds?
can suck an egg.
I like almonds.
I was giving just say the eyes. I was like, you better not have to like edit this and put in another.
I
You can't say that.
I think I'm still gonna do it actually.
Oh, okay, good. What about Gabe? What are your opinions on
I
almonds?
On almonds?
Almonds.
hate almonds.
I think almonds are good, but here's the thing. So there's like kinds of almonds that are gross, and they're always gross. And the almonds that are gross are the ones that are like not roasted. They're like those raw almonds that have like no flavor, and I'm like, whatever.
Also, how do you say that word? Just say how do you say
Almond or almond.
that? Yeah, because some people say almonds, and then
No, there's
almonds.
almond. There's almond or almond.
Yeah, almond. is
Almonds.
Or-
no.
Oh, what's the other one? There's another nut that people say a different way. Guys, got any thoughts about nuts?
The walnut.
No, not walnuts.
Hazelnuts.
No, it's
Oh yeah, hazelnuts. Sponsor us.
hazelnuts are pretty good. No, not
Pecan. Yeah,
yes,
pecans.
pecans. Because pecan. Some people
Yeah.
say pecan. Look, Allie. Shout out to Allie. She would say pecan just to annoy me.
See, I like
Katie would
I like
too.
the phrase pecan because it's like your old fashioned. Yeah, it's like this old fashioned like Southern gal phrase of how to pronounce it.
Pecans.
I don't think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it,
No, it's
but
pecan.
I think it's sweet.
About coupon.
Coupon?
But there's some people that call it pecan. Yeah, pecan, pecan, or I don't know.
Pecan.
I think I just had a brain fart there. This is really bad. I thought there was like a third way of pronouncing it, and then I found myself repeating it. I was like, it's the same way, but why does it sound different in my mind?
I think you're like putting a lot more inflection on like pecan. So pecan.
This pecan.
Pecan.
Anyway, Gorilla Glue adhesive.
Yeah.
So
We got way off topic.
Okay, so basically, I got sent this free sticker from a streamer helped out. The sticker, it was from it was like a merch store that was made by I think it was Stream Elements. So they just like you just upload an image, say you want it in a sticker or something, and it'll make the stickers for you custom, buy them, and so you can have like merch for your stream. But it's super terrible quality, like it's so bad. And so the sticker, I stuck it on my computer and it just like wouldn't stay. And so I was like, man, I need to find a way to like get the sticker to actually stick on my computer. So I'm like, I was asking if we had any like adhesive spray. I was asking my dad. I was like, do we have any adhesive spray or something? And he's like, I got some like Gorilla Glue adhesive spray in the garage, but it's like gummed up. So you have to like clean it or it might just not work. I was like, okay. And so I got it out, like trying to do it. And I was down here and like I couldn't get it to spray for the life of me. And so I took the lid off of the can and I had a toothpick. I stuck the toothpick into like the hole thing for the can. I stuck it in the hole, and of course if you press down on that, that's how it sprays. So I sprayed this adhesive spray everywhere in this room. Like the keyboard is covered in it. It's like grippy now. It feels like a truck bed.
Ugh.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if there's stuff on the ceiling.
So basically you
all
just
of
had a
my
pro
fingers.
gamer move.
It was all over this screen. I had to, the next morning I got rubbing alcohol and that like brown scraper we have for the dishes.
Yeah.
I took that. I was just scraping it off of the screen for like an hour.
Oof.
So bad. It just got everywhere. And then I finally like got it to shoot through the cap and I like sprayed it on the sticker. And then I put it on the sticker and I realized that it was like kind of bubbling. So I started to read the can and it said, do not use on vinyl. And it's a vinyl sticker.
Did it ruin the
Big
sticker?
Rip.
So the sticker's still there, but I don't think the backing is on it anymore. So if I try to take it off, I'm going to have to like scrape it off of my computer with like a
Oh, you're going to have to use a
putty knife.
Yeah, speaking of knives, this is a great segue. Gabe.
Oh, yeah, I was actually currently looking on Blade HQ. Please, for the love of everything holy, Blade HQ, sponsor us.
At least sponsor Gabe. It'll make his dreams.
Yeah, at least sponsor me. I will drop everything and simp for you guys. Yeah, I was on your website and looking at fixed blades because I'm considering carrying one. Anyways, things to fill your cargo shorts. Especially for guys that wear glasses or ladies that wear glasses or like take photos with like professional cameras, consider getting a pocket hank of whatever brand you may choose, but particularly find one that has a microfiber back, like microfiber cloth back, because at first I was like, oh, that's a silly thing to have. You could just clean your glasses when you get home with, other stuff or just wipe it off in your shirt. No. Pocket handkerchiefs are like a game changer in like your
Sneeze in
everyday
them?
carry. You can. I don't. I just, I like to project it out into the world to make people sick so they could boost their immune system because I don't believe in encouraging
Public
weakness.
It's a public service.
So that's your.
I'm doing a public service.
Recommendation is keep around a pocket handkerchief to clean your glasses.
Yeah. If you don't carry one or if you're like on the border, give it a try. Like usually they're like under $20, and let's say you're on Blade HQ.
They have pocket handkerchiefs on
They do actually, yeah.
What?
They actually have a lot of stuff, not just knives. They used to sell watches. I don't know if they still do.
Not sponsored yet.
Not a sponsor yet, but please.
Yet.
Please.
Yeah, I'm
Please.
Yes, please. Please sponsor
Also,
us.
while we're talking about sponsorships, what? Oh gosh, what is that company? I have it.
Well, while you're thinking about that, I could also
I'm gonna go grab
slander Seth about his pocket knife and how he likes to slam it against rocks to test its strength.
Like, here's the thing.
He just gave me an eye roll.
I got a knife from Benchmade. Gabe got me the knife for Benchmade for my birthday, and I was very grateful.
We both. So I bought one for myself and for him for this vacation we went on, and they're like same model, made like on the same day, I'm sure, because it like they have dates on the boxes of the knives. Super nice knife. Anyways, Seth.
Very nice knives. I love them so much. So I got a lot of knives. Me and my wife Katie, we have a lot of knives we have like a whole cabinet full of different pocket knives. But this one, the Benchmade one, is definitely my favorite one. And so I go out with it a lot out into the woods near my house. And I found a rock that looked very strange to me. So I hit it, and instead of making like a dun dun dun, like hitting a rock sound, it went like ding 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 ding, like you were hitting another piece of metal.
Oh yeah, you did tell me about this. Yeah.
So I just started taking my knife and just bashing into different rocks. I was like, "Are you making weird sounds too?"
It's kind of funny because it's like, even though he's beating up his knife, and some people would like cringe and be angry, I am actually happy that you like your knife. And you don't destroy it. Like Benchmade, he's not really abusing his knife. Like he's just giving rocks.
It still has a great edge. It has a I sharpened it recently because it was getting a little dull, like just a little bit, and it's cutting perfect again. It is.
See, his Benchmade knife is like perfectly tuned and awesome. Mine, for whatever reason, it's like loose at the pivot, and so it acts funny. It wobbles. It's weird, and so I try to tighten it up using like different like screwdrivers, and for the life of me I cannot get it tuned. So at some point I'm gonna send it your way, and you can tune it for me because I give up. I can't get it.
Great knives though. Like,
yeah, they're fantastic.
So Benchmade, you can also sponsor us as well.
Any knife company or Cold Steel. Cold Steel, I'd love to like.
Dude,
I love your swords. I don't own one yet, but I want to.
Okay, but
as a gag gift, I want to get somebody a Cold Steel. What is it called? Espada.
Is that the jumbo?
Yeah, it's like that jumbo folding sword that you can carry in your pocket. It's
That's
crazy.
I love it.
So I figured out the company that I want to be sponsored by. Travax wallets. Y'all are amazing. No, don't boo them.
Your love, Travex.
Okay,
I'm glad
so
you
here's the
like their
thing.
wallets, but I'm a big leather guy.
On my they have leather wallets, I'm pretty sure. They Superior Josiah, he on my first podcast I mentioned that I needed a new wallet because the one I had was like my dad's really old wallet from like the early 2000s, and it was falling apart. So I was talking about how I need a new wallet, and Superior Josiah gave me a extra Travax wallet that he had, and I still daily drive it every day.
I still have my Nightwing wallet from like 2017-ish.
The wallet is so gross.
It is falling apart. I need a new one.
I've been carrying a wallet that I made from I got the leather from my place of work, which I will not mention, and it's great. I wish
It's
I kind
nice
of
wallet.
yeah it looks nice. Now that it's been a couple months, I've realized that my craftsmanship could be improved. So in the future, I might do a remake.
But yeah, Travax wallets, please. Taco Bell, please sponsor us.
Reese's sponsor us.
Blade HQ sponsor us.
Pepsi, sponsor us.
I
Give us
prefer.
Pepsi Nitro.
Yeah, Pepsi
It's
Nitro is
Pepsi
great.
Nitro.
I love Pepsi Nitro.
Pepsi Nitro should be the drink of our podcast. Like
We
Either
can't
that or it
find
has
it
to be-
anymore though.
either that or it has to be Ale 8. Ale 8, please
Hey,
sponsor
whoever
us.
gets to us first, Pepsi or L8, we will exclusively drink your products on this podcast. Everyone will know. They'll be able to hear the difference. They'll be like, is he drinking water? Is he drinking L8? Is he drinking Pepsi? They'll know. They can hear it.
And
It sounds
this
different.
this podcast will eventually become a video podcast, so get in early.
And we'll just, every time we'll be like, love that. Insert soda, whatever. Whoever gets to us first. I would actually prefer L8. L8, get to us first, please.
Ale 8 is pretty bomb.
By the time this gets
Great.
released, there will be an email in the description of the podcast. You can send all of the emails to that, please. Yeah. So it will probably the you look ridiculous, Seth. The email will probably be something along the lines of unusablequestions@gmail.com.
Yeah, so send us questions.
Yes.
We're burning for some questions.
Absolutely.
We have the answers to life, the universe, and everything.
And if you also want to ask some questions to Josh,
Yes.
we can convey them to you. That is quite the headphone gap you got.
Look, I had to tighten this thing because you have a giant head, so I had to tighten this thing.
Speaking of things that people can ask, I'm willing to be like a what can you say? Let's stick with
Matchmaker.
knife matchmaker, because I can't be a full EDC matchmaker because I don't know much about anything else but knives. But yeah, if you're like, oh well, I want something to fit these parameters, I'd love to hunt for that knife for you.
So basically, we're gonna become like messages from Blimey Cow. By the way, Blimey Cow, Jordan, Josh, shout out. We're gonna be like that, but instead of like relationship advice, it's gonna be knives and whatever questions for Josh.
You know what? Next episode, we should talk about homeschooler content, like the stuff we grew up watching, like Adventures in Odyssey, Miami Cow, Tim Hawkins.
Gabe, do you know what Adventures in Odyssey is? You don't,
Yeah.
because you weren't homeschooled.
I
No.
know it's a thing that exists, and
I was
Yeah,
talking to my
that's about it.
manager who was not homeschooled. I was like, well, you probably don't know about Adventures in Odyssey. He's like, dude, I loved Adventures in Odyssey. And I was just like, oh, you're not a real fan. You're not homeschooled.
Only homeschoolers really know Adventures in Odyssey.
okay, so here's the thing, like half of my friends were homeschooled. So in a weird roundabout way, I was homeschooled because I
don't think that's how it
didn't
works at all.
I didn't pay attention in school, and the only way I learned things was outside of school, because school is boring and a waste of time. It's basically glorified babysitting. You hear that? School is glorified babysitting, because guess what? I don't use almost anything I've learned in school.
That's right, kids. You hear that? Rage Against the Machine.
I'm just saying it's a waste of time. Like, why are you teaching them all this stuff that they're not going to use? Teach them how to like balance a checkbook, or like, I don't know, pay taxes or something. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know why? Because school didn't do anything for me.
I know what I'm doing because I was homeschooled.
Yeah, homeschoolers have an advantage.
homeschooled too.
Well, yeah, we're brothers.
I'm very smart. I can do 10 minus 3. 8.
You sure about that?
I am, like, you already told me today. That's what it was.
Didn't know such thing.
That was a joke for my coworkers.
Oh, coworkers.
Will,
Shout out to
I miss you.
coworkers. Will, I don't miss you. I don't know who you are.
If you knew him, you would miss him.
You know who I do miss?
Justin Timberlake.
No, I was gonna think of a coworker.
Justin Trudeau.
No, I was trying to think of a coworker that I might miss, but you know what? I don't miss any of my coworkers. Not a single one of them. Nope,
Wow.
none. Wait, no, I take that back. Riley. There's 2 Rileys. Short Riley and tall Riley. I miss both of you. Those are
Were
you guys
they
are-
were they boys or girls?
they were both boys,
Okay, because Riley
Oh.
can really go either way.
right?
I
And they
thought were
both spelled it.
girls.
No, they were both dudes, and they were awesome. They're so cool. Tall Riley is the one who not accidentally drugged me, but
Wait, what did you say?
He purposely drugged me, but on
Oh.
accident.
I thought you said jugged you, and I was like, "What do you mean jugged
He
you?
jugged
Like
me.
slapped you with like a jug?"
No. We were closing at Arby's. Arby's, I don't like you. And it's really late. I had
Arby's, please don't sponsor us.
Arby's. You are such garbage. We had 3 people closing: myself, Riley, and a girl who is mentally handicapped. That's all we had. And I was so stressed. I was losing it because I was like, we're going to be here till like 2 a.m. I couldn't believe this. And then Riley was like, you look stressed. Here, have a gummy. And I was like, oh, candy. Yay. And ate it. And I was like, wait, is this weed? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, you know what? I already ate it. Whatever.
So
he didn't try to drug you; he just did drug you.
He just did drug me, but I didn't think to ask if there was weed in there or not before.
Here's the
I was
thing.
just excited for candy.
While we're on this topic, Seth, you have like old man Mike stories.
I do, old man Mike.
okay, no. Before we stray too far from the gummy bears, I have a story about gummy bears. So my first of all, Josh.
Mr. Josh.
But I won't tell that story.
We'll let him tell that story.
Yeah, we'll let him.
Yeah,
tell
Josh, you have some explaining to do.
Explain something.
Again.
Come
But
before God and
my
explain.
coworker Chloe gave me. It was a whole bag of gummies. It was like a day we were working all day.
Chloe's
And-
a nice name.
okay, Gabe. I think 25 is a little too old for her. How old are you?
I just said it's a nice name.
Yeah, I know.
Bad
It's
kid.
just-
All right, Josiah,
Maybe
tell
try
us
not
about the
to be
gummy
creepy.
bears.
Okay, so she gave me and her Diego gummy bears, and I was so happy that it's gummy bears that I opened the package and immediately started eating some. And I was like, wait a minute, you don't just eat gummy bears in this day and age. You gotta read the package. So I read the package. It was just regular Haribo like gummy bears, but it was like the 30th anniversary ones. So like they had
So they
blue on
were weed.
it. No.
The Haribo weed gummies.
But they had like blue on it, so I was like, "Oh no, these aren't like the gold package that are you normally get." So I'm like, "Oh no, what? Like,
Is this drugs?
is this drugs?"
Have
And I
I
read
sinned?
it as no. It was just like now with party hats.
There we go. Josiah did not do a sin.
Did not sin.
weed.
With weed.
But those were the gummy bears I ended up soaking in Mountain Dew, which we don't have now because I was on a scrapped episode.
Yeah,
But-
I think the problem with that episode is that we started out with bad food instead of good food.
Dude, we were in a mood that day, and it was
was.
so bad.
We pride ourselves on being good vibes all the times, but that was not a good vibe that day.
Yeah, that was not good.
Anyway, what were we talking? Old Man Mike.
My mic.
Would you guys like to hear the wonderful tales of Old Man Mike?
Tell us one.
Tell us a
us one.
story because you have multiple, and we need to
I have
save some for like
hundreds.
additional. Yeah.
I will start with my first day. Keep in mind, this is my first day. You know, they're showing me the ropes, and there's this older gentleman named Mike.
But for listeners out there, this story is not child friendly. Seth might try to convey it in a child friendly manner, but I would not expect it.
This was at Arby's, by the way. Once again, Arby's, you are the worst. So I'm at Arby's working my first shift, and this guy, he seems a little weird. He's pretty hyper for an older guy, which is whatever. That's fine. He seems a little bit off, but I'm not worried about it. And then my manager's like, "Hey, you and Mike need to go to the back, and he's going to show you how to organize the freezers." I was like, okay, that's fine. So we go back there, and he pulls out a box knife. And he's like, "Do you know why I carry a box knife with me?" I'm like, "It's 2 open boxes." He goes, "No, so I can slit your throat." And then he like comes at me with it. And I was like, "Oh, I'm going to die now." This is how I go, a crazy man.
Here's the thing about us. I probably all 3 of us. We don't react well to people being like weird. because we grew up in such a weird environment, like all the time, that we're just like, oh, whatever. But like, it's
They're
so
like, oh
someone
yeah,
does
I'm just
something
getting
like that,
shanked. This is normal.
you know,
I was literally just like, oh, I'm just gonna be stabbed now. I'll deal with that after the fact. I'm not gonna. What am I supposed to do?
like
I'll
most
just-
people would like scream or like be freaked out or like kind of run away. We would just stand there and be like, oh well.
Like,
We wouldn't
well,
even like
This
stop
is my
what are you gonna
life.
do?
Oh well.
look, this is my lot in life. I will do with it what I can. But so he's like, haha, I'm just kidding. Maybe. And I'm like,
Big maybe.
that was my first day with this man. It only gets worse. Minor spoiler, just
Or
to
better, depending on how much you like the stories.
Here's the thing. I just want everyone to know the series of stories that I will tell throughout this podcast, it ends with an arrest.
Oh,
Does it
yeah,
really?
it does.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he got arrested. I knew the other stuff he did.
I didn't
but
say he got arrested. I just said there's an arrest at the end of the story.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Wow, it's
So
wild.
like the saga of Old Man Mike was something that Seth would tell me after he got off work for like at least 2 years.
It was a year
Okay.
and a half maybe.
It's like year and a half. So we'd like get online and play like Battlefield 1 and I'd like rage because like, oh no, Gabe died again. And Seth is like, yeah, I like killed one person and died 80 times.
Literally. If you died maybe 5 times the whole game, you'd have like all these kills. You're doing solid. You would scream. You'd be enraged that you were killed. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
like,
I
I-
died. My high score for dying was 90 something, and I only got
I
3
don't do
kills.
well. I don't do well online. I get
We-
so mad for no
we
reason.
have to talk about this. This is a huge difference between our families. Even though like y'all are our nephews, y'all are like so different when it comes to video games is wild. Like
Yeah.
Cyrus is the same way. He will have like 3 deaths. We'll be playing like Valorant or something. He'll have like 3 deaths and like 25 kills. And he'll be raging every time someone like steals a kill.
See, anger just makes us stronger.
I don't think it does. It makes you less tolerable.
Like seriously, there's one
It
time.
does.
Okay, so me and Cyrus peek a corner at like the same time. He starts shooting a guy. He shoots him like 3 times, and I get like the last shot, even though like I was the one being shot at, and like I almost died, so I was freaking out and just like shooting at him. And then I got the kill because I got the last shot, and he was like, "Dude, come on, that was my kill." I'm like, "Dude, I'm dying. I'm just shooting at people. I'm playing the game." And he's like, "Come on, I shot 3 times."
Yeah, so like for all you guys out in the hood and you're like popping people off, do you guys ever have that problem? You're like, bruh, I was supposed to kill him. Like that's not a real world thing. Like, you stole my kill. That doesn't happen in the real world. Just video games.
World War III, that's what it'll be. It'll be like, bro, stop stealing.
I'm stealing my
Bro,
kill.
that's like the 5th kill you stole from me today. I got shot at him like 12 times.
Does anyone have some healing packs?
Yeah, it's like some guy that still doesn't understand how reality works and is like, bro, I need some health. It's like your guts are like hanging out.
It's like, just give me a med pack, I'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's like, bruh.
I, for one, am excited for World War III.
I don't. I'm not.
Yeah, so you know how the U.S. they have these new night vision goggles.
Yeah,
where-
we can't talk about this. This is top secret. Be-doo, be-doo. No, it's not.
No,
Everyone
it's
knows
not.
about this.
So they have
Everyone
these
knows
new,
about this.
and it has like a HUD, like you can see where your gun is pointing and
Really?
stuff, and you can like see your bullets, and you can see hits like heat signatures, and it's powered by AI, so it will like you'll see like vehicles
It's basically
and,
a
like,
video game.
people like through walls and stuff too, and it like won't show you like other heat signatures, like you know like a fire or something.
Yeah,
will
like
ju-
it marks your enemies.
Oh,
Like-
and you can also there's a button on your gun so you can like mark where enemies are for your other like squad mates, and it's freaking sick.
It's like
So
This is
Republic
imagine
Commando.
that.
literally
Imagine
what
that, but every
Commandos.
time there's a kill, there's like a Call of Duty pop up where it's like kill assist 25 points.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
UAV
Future
now
cool.
available. Now available.
So it's like soldiers are gonna get like rewarded medals, being like, all right, you get this Medal of Awesome for your 25 kill assists. And
You
get
get
this,
5 kills, you get an airstrike. Get access to call it A10 Warthog.
You give this other soldier a poopy diaper for friendly fire kills.
Oh, that'd be bad. That'd be really bad. That's not
I'm
good.
sorry, that went way too dark.
That's another thing. The it marks the enemies in like orange, and your teammates it marks in green.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
So as long as you're
okay,
not colorblind, you should
I
be
get
okay.
that this is like for the army stuff, but wait till the future and they have this for like airsoft and paintball and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
that'd be sick.
realistically speaking, you could just take that technology and then just put it on your airsoft or
Well,
BB
no,
gun.
because it needs like a server.
Well, yeah, you need a server, but like that's not. It's not
It's
like
probably
in your
really
gun.
expensive right now. So like in a
Oh,
few
yeah.
years, it'll become cheaper.
So
and
we're talking about like Mr. Beast level of money bags for like this kind of stuff.
Why is Mr. Beast the first? You're not like Elon Musk or like Jeff Bezos. No,
Because-
Mr. Beast is the most likely to do something fun with it.
Yeah,
that's true.
But by the way, Mr. Beast, if you want to be on our podcast, we can.
We're not
can
that far.
make
Doesn't
happen.
Mr. Beast live in like South Carolina or Kentucky or something?
North Carolina.
I-
North
yeah,
Carolina.
I think North
That's
Carolina.
not too far from us.
Only like 18 hours.
It's only like 18
Just like the
hours.
other side of the country.
So yeah, if you like really want to go to Bass Pro for like whatever reason, that's close by. And then you could be on our podcast.
I have a First Bass Pro. You can go to that one. Not the pyramid that everyone cares about in Memphis.
I want to
Where
go to
fish
that
can
one,
she?
but I also
Guys, okay. This is
you
what
know.
I want to do for the podcast. I want to get 3 lavalier microphones and then like a body camera of some sort, and then we just like go places and record a podcast.
Speaking of going to places,
Hmm.
guys, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm
Yes,
leaving.
you are.
Ah.
I'm leaving. I'm going to
Yeah.
Omaha, Nebraska. Because there's a zoo there. And we haven't picked out a hotel or anything. We're literally just we're just going.
Does that remind you of another zoo trip we went on in
What is-
Chicago?
Apparently
The
this one's
worst
better.
Family vacation we ever went on ever.
Also the best. But
It's
mostly
the
the
best
worst.
and the worst. Yeah,
Is the
it's
best?
pretty
How
bad.
is it the best?
Just because of how bad it was and
Oh,
it
yeah.
made it
I
interesting.
remember me and Cyrus were doing bad
Okay.
things on
You
Picto
guys were
Chat.
okay. So
on our DSs.
for those of you out there that remember this,
The
there's
DSI.
something, the DSI, where you could like basically draw pictures and send it. So
Picto Chat.
Cyrus, Eli, and Josiah were all just like drawing butts and sending it to each other for like hours. It wasn't like once or twice. It was hours of this. It's the same butt every time. Nothing changed. Same butt, hours.
No,
back
no,
and
we
forth.
made it into a flag.
What?
It did start to change. It did start to change.
It evolved, and then we lost the original drawing, and then we had to recreate it, but then no one could recreate it properly. But yeah, no, I was like 6, maybe 7.
And that's the prime age for butt humor.
Yeah. To be fair,
It
I'm
really
not. This
is.
I wasn't like 12 when we were. I was like really young and just was like butts.
Well, like we're
I
still
guess-
like that, but you know that's just because butts are funny and pretty cool.
That's so funny. But yeah, it's. Do you guys have any suggestions, any tips for me when I go on my adventure tomorrow? With me and my wife?
Don't jump into a swimming pool as a thunderstorm comes in.
Listen to the new Longest John's album if you haven't already. I'm sure
Which
you
one?
have. The Oakham and Smoke.
I already heard it.
Yeah.
I already heard it a lot. We'll probably do the car one, the longest John's, where it's all land shanties.
But their song Wayfaring Stranger and also Hog Eye Joe and
Oh, the Blacksmith song's really
or Hammer and the Anvil or
Yeah.
something like
Hammer the Anvil song.
I think I
Is-
like that one. You should.
that. Those are bangers. Those are vibes.
The
vibes.
blacksmith one is especially a banger because that's kind of what blacksmithing is.
Guys, I went to the ghetto Walmart in Springfield today.
Ghetto
Actually,
Walmart?
not
Wait,
today.
which one?
Yesterday, it was the one on. Oh my gosh!
Is it
Something
by
like-
the movie theater
No,
or the Alamo?
No, it's further north than that. I'm talking way north, close to 44. Across from the golf place, Big Shot Golf or whatever.
It's on Division.
Yeah, Division.
That. Oh my gosh, that is a sketchy Walmart. It's right off of 44. So how was it?
I saw a lot of people.
Like a lot of people you knew, or is it just packed?
It was a lot of people who were very strange, weird, uncomfortable. I didn't like anything that I was experiencing while being there. It was all bad. It was very uncomfortable, very scary, very not
Like
it.
Walmart in general gives off vibes of I want to be in here for the least amount of time possible because Walmart is kind of like this hellscape of just meh. You guys claim that you have like the lowest prices. I don't believe you.
Not at all.
Not really. And here's the thing, Walmart, I'm gonna call you out on this. You get like seconds. You get like things that are rejected by like other stores because they're not first. They're not like the top of the line grade items. So like your T-shirts, they have like defects in them. Your pocket knives, they don't pass QC correctly because they have issues. Pretty much everything that you have in that store, besides maybe your food, has defects. Very minor defects, granted, but defects. And then you sell it for like basically the same amount as other retail stores. And then you claim you have cheaper prices. No, you don't. You don't.
They do not. Walmart don't sponsor us. Target also don't sponsor us. Best Buy don't sponsor us. Amazon.
No. We like
Best Buy
Best
is
Buy.
fine.
You like Best Buy?
We like
Yeah,
Best Buy.
Best Buy is fine.
Oh, Best Buy
Guitar
sponsor
Center.
us. Guitar Center sponsor us. Amazon sponsor us. Unless your
No.
Lord of the Rings show is as bad as I think it's going to be, which I know it will be because
Wait, isn't that out already?
No,
oh,
it's
wait, that's
'cause that's
September
September.
2nd.
Amazon, I don't like you.
Yeah, never mind. Amazon don't sponsor us.
Jeff Bezos, you look like Gollum. You should play Gollum in the new Lord of the Rings show.
Okay, that's just slander.
It's
See,
not slander.
I like Amazon because of how they do business, but also dislike them for that same reason. But we'll get into that later.
Also, Aldi's and
Aldi's, I
Costco.
Aldi's is
Costco
awesome.
sponsor.
Costco. sponsor
Aldi's,
us.
guys, I love your German stuff. Your German mustard. I put on some boneless pork ribs. It was the best pork ribs I've ever had in my entire life. They were so good. And also, I love your Spetzel. And your
Spetzel?
Spetzel. That's what I said.
It's Spetzel.
That's why I said Spetzel.
It's Spetzel. Spetzel.
It's Spetzel.
Spetzel.
You're saying the
Speaking
same
of German,
thing.
No, no,
Speak-
not.
No, he's saying special. You're saying special.
Spetzel.
Yeah.
Spetzel.
Spetzel.
There you go.
Okay. And also, what are those?
Jaffa cakes?
Well, those are also good.
Those are really good.
But the sausage that's flat and breaded.
Schnitzel.
Schnitzel. I love schnitzel. It's so good. I wish they had Jaeger schnitzel though. Jaeger schnitzel's good.
Yeah. Just saying, German food is awesome, and it's a shame that we don't have more German restaurants
Right?
in our country as a whole.
That's facts.
Hitler, you ruined it all for all of us.
Yeah, and you're not even German. You're Austrian.
Freaking
Aus-
Austrians ruining everything for the Germans. Every
Austria,
time.
don't sponsor us.
In Austria, we hate
can
you.
Stop
Germany,
existing.
Germany, we love you, especially Boker.
You know what?
Boker,
You know-
I'm talking to you. Sponsor us. We love you.
Germany, I think you should take Austria again.
Yeah,
just-
just take Austria. They're not doing anything.
You did it in like 39. Do it again.
I don't think it was a
100-year
good idea,
anniversary.
guys.
100-year
That'd be
anniversary.
hilarious.
Germany takes Austria again.
That'd be hilarious if they actually did a parade through Austria. That was just like 100-year anniversary. Sorry, guys.
So you have
That'd
like
be
these really
hilarious.
old people that are like freaking out and like grabbing rifles.
Yes.
But
So
no,
not
actually,
okay.
let's stop Austria from existing, boys.
No,
Uh,
I
Is-
don't
is
like
it-
this at all.
Austria, you're basically southern
just
Germany.
just the country. I mean, like the towns are fine, the people are fine. No destruction, no hatred. Just the country of Austria. just stop existing.
While
become
we're on this
Germany.
topic, why can't we just have North and South Dakota just be one giant Dakota?
Same with, North and South Carolina, West Virginia, all the states near New York. Why can't you all just be New York, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire, and all those? Just
And
be-
Connecticut
and Connecticut,
and Rhode Island.
just be New York.
New Jersey, you can be New Jersey.
No, actually, New Jersey, go into the Atlantic. Just
Yes.
sail away.
Yes.
Go join that other island that's out in the middle of nowhere, Atlantic.
Sealand?
No.
No,
I want to
Sealand.
go to New Zealand.
Okay. That should be another topic that I bring up. Sealand. It's
No.
it's its own nation.
Wait. You know that like floating black market that's off just outside of the
Haiti?
No, it's just like a line of ships that's right outside of the U.S. jurisdiction, right in international waters, and so New Jersey can just be there.
Yeah,
You can just-
New Jersey, just be the black market island.
You just have Doofenshmirtz take the entire state of New Jersey and float it off into the ocean.
the whole.
Burma. You can go
Burma.
join Burma.
I'll take the whole state of New Jersey and send it to Burma. No one can stop me. Not even you, Perry the Platypus. By the way, Dan
Hovenmeyer.
Danny DeVito.
Dan Parvermeyer and also Swampy sponsor us. We love Phineas and Ferb.
Sponsor us.
Yes.
Just like send a video or something. Be like,
Animate
hey,
us.
Animate us.
Animate us. We'll send you pictures, and you can turn us into your characters.
You send us scripts. We'll say whatever you want us to say.
Oh, can we be in your new show?
I don't want to be.
They have a new show?
Yeah, it's hamster or something.
What?
Hamster.
I haven't even heard of
Hamster
this.
and- Yeah, it like just came out.
Is it basically like they replaced Phineas and Ferb with two little girls, and instead of a platypus, it's a hamster?
No.
Okay, then
It's
I
a
don't.
little
I
girl
don't
who has
know anything
superpowers,
about it.
and the hamster has superpowers, and the older brother does not have superpowers.
It's basically like. It's more like Milo Murphy's Law than Phineas and
Here's the
Ferb.
thing,
It seems like
the animation looks weird though. I don't know if it's like they're trying a new art style or something. It's like pretty much the same art style, but it just looks strange.
the
Like, Phineas and Ferb was Phineas and Ferb was weird when it first came out, but we quickly grew to like it.
True.
Um,
As long as it's not 3D. I hate 3D animation. Can I just say 3D animation is just the worst thing ever. I'm tired of movies coming out in 3D animation. Bring back 2D animation. I like it. It feels good to look at.
Okay. Speaking of 3D stuff, Spy Kids 3 3D. That's a movie that exists, and
Spy Kids
it
is
did not
amazing.
age well at all.
Carmen Junie, be on our podcast.
okay,
Oh
hold
my
on.
gosh.
Do you guys remember that Elijah Wood is in that movie?
Yes.
How could you forget Elijah Wood?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
He was just like in it, and he was just like,
I'm
I
the
am
guy.
Yeah, I'm the guy. I'm saving
He
the
is
day.
the guy, though.
He's the guy.
I am everything that ever is.
Here's the thing, Elijah Wood.
or
If you come on
whatever,
our
and then he
podcast
dies immediately.
Here's Elijah Wood, if you come on our podcast, if Daniel Radcliffe comes up instead, I will know. I know a lot of people get you guys confused, but if Daniel Radcliffe comes up instead
They're not
of
even the
Elijah Wood,
same at all.
a lot of people get them confused. It's true. But if Daniel Radcliffe comes up, I will be mad. Not because I don't like Daniel Radcliffe, but because I wanted Elijah Wood.
I don't like.
Isn't there a
Daniel
picture of
Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe in a Boba Fett costume?
Yes, I've seen
And like this girl was like very confused on what was going on. By
Well,
the way, Daniel Radcliffe would make a pretty interesting Boba Fett. Like young Boba Fett.
That would be.
That'd be pretty cool.
Interesting. That'd be interesting.
Not that he
I-
looks like him.
I like
not
the
that he
pic-
looks like Boba Fett, but it'd just be cool.
I like the picture
for
of
that.
Daniel Radcliffe where he has a.
Yes.
That is a good picture. Here's the Daniel Radcliffe. I don't actually like Harry Potter. I hope you don't take offense to that, but I don't really care for those movies.
It
But
sucks.
you seem cool. They do suck. Especially the first two are basically the same movie.
And
I just
Ethan, I
don't
know you
really
like
like the
them.
story
They
that
suck.
much.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah, but
You
Ethan
were
likes
fine.
a lot of weird things.
Yeah, Ethan likes Harry Potter. Ethan, what's wrong with you?
Well, we know what's wrong with him. It's just,
Why is it wrong with you?
Got
That's a
the
very good
sin.
question. He's got this.
He's got the sin.
He drank too much of the sin juice, and now he's got the sin.
Yeah.
Sin juice is alcohol, by the way, which
Yeah,
I
sin
don't
juice
think
is
is
a-
actually a sin. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
Is there a song that we should play to close out the podcast?
Dancing Queen by ABBA.
Okay. I think
But
Tim
by the way,
Hawkins-
that's like Ethan's like favorite song, like forever
It's
ago.
my favorite song. Remember, I was the one who was drunkenly dancing to it.
Okay, that's true, but Ethan would play that song like over and over and over again one Thanksgiving, and
Yeah,
it
that
was
was
like
me.
driving everyone. No, it was not.
I thought it was me.
No,
No,
it
it
was
was
totally
It was
you.
totally
because
not.
we had just gotten Alexa.
Yeah, it was my Alexa,
Yeah.
and I would play it all the time. It was me.
I'm pretty sure it's before you
I
guys
was
got
the
an
one who-
Alexa.
No, it definitely was.
I don't know. Maybe I am from a different Twilight Zone reality, and I just remember things differently because it was.
'Cause it was
We
definitely-
see Hillary, and there's the our universe you, and she didn't actually divorce you in our universe.
Oh, cool. We're just gonna bring this up. Awesome.
So we just have a different universe Gabe, and you like tried to go to your own house, but then Hillary was freaked out. It all makes sense now. That's why everything is weird. You don't belong in this universe.
Oh my gosh, that actually makes a lot of sense.
No,
now.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Don't do this. This doesn't make any sense.
It explains why I feel out of place like everywhere I go.
That's
Oh.
yes.
Well, to drown your sins. Drown your sins, drown your sorrows.
Oh yeah, let's play this out. Yeah.
So this is Dancing Queen by ABBA. I hope I don't get just absolutely destroyed for doing this. I know Tim
Here's the
Hawkins
thing.
does it.
We're gonna get copyright striked, and we can't use this.
You can just.
I don't care.
We're gonna have to like edit it to where like Seth is the only one singing it, and he's like, "We can't use this.
Oh wait, no.
None of this can be used."
Guys,
See, that's copyright strike. It's so
Guys.
bad.
guys, I have bad news.
What's
What?
bad news?
The podcast recording cannot hear it.
Oh no.
All right, we're saved. Well, anyways, guys, if you weren't filled in, we were listening to Dancing Queen. So you guys can just sort of play that on your own time.
Everyone knows what that sounds like.
No, it isn't.
All right, let's wrap this up. Let's
There are
we're
some people that
out.
live under rocks.
Here we go.
Here
Here we go.
Cut the
It's
music.
now playing.
Oh, the sound's playing now. People can
Yeah.
hear it now.
Yep.
Yeah, Dancing Queen.
We can't use any of this.
We can't use any of
We
this.
We
can't-
can't
can't
use
use any of
freaking
this.
any of this.
None of this
There's
can be used.
nothing. There's nothing
Yeah,
about this.
I'm
that
pretty
we
sure
can
we're gonna
use.
get in trouble for this one.
We can't use any of this.
It's terrible. We
Out.
can't use any of
I'm
this.
done. Peace.
I like them thick.